Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Omochukwu, depending on your location. Please know that Victory Express, as your own channel, offers you undiluted and authentic information. Please like and share so that we'll get to reach to others. Now, it's also very important you turn on your notification bell so that you'll be getting our updates. And more importantly, always go to the comment section and drop your comments. We appreciate your criticism. We'll also appreciate your commendation. They are aiding us to serve you better. Now the news update. Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention based on tribal politics will soon tear Nigeria apart. Ejimakor sounding this warning. Alright, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, of course, the leader or the lawyer to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, yes, Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, alright, has said that the continued detention of the IPOB leader is not based on the law of the land but on politics of the tribe and ethnicity. Ejimakor, who said this on Wednesday morning on his Twitter page, said that look, that the continued detention of the Biafran leader Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, is based on politics of tribe. He said this will surely tear Nigeria apart sooner than later, as the Nigerian government cannot have it both ways. Look at what Ejimakor wrote on his Twitter page. I quote, "A politics that based on tribe and ethnicity is doomed to tear a country apart." He quoted Barack Obama here. He continued to say that the controlled detention of MNK is not based on the law but on the same politics of tribe that will surely tear Nigeria apart sooner than later. You can't have it on both ways. Never. That's Ejimakor. Yes. So Ejimakor have said it all. Say it will tear the country apart because what we are doing is suffering. The leader of the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, is not based on law. It's not based on law. Of course, recall that Onyendu has been in the custody of the Department of the State Service DSS since June 27, 2021. After he was arrested, not just arrested, he was abducted. That's the right word, abducted. He was tortured, extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria, and in DSS custody. Yes, with the help of Kenyan government. The Nigerian Court of Appeal on October 13, 2022, in its judgment, discharged and acquitted Onyendu of all the charges leveled against him by the Nigerian government, led by Muhammadu Buhari, and ordered his immediate and unconditional release from detention. But he remained in detention as the government objected to the appeal court ruling. You see, so that is what we are saying. You objected to the appeal court ruling for what? Whereas you say to the international community that you are waiting for the court to make the pronouncement or judgment. Because all efforts to make you to understand the reason to release the leader of the IPOB from detention unconditionally, because he is just a prisoner of conscience, fell on deaf ears. You say you won't do that. Even when the elder statesman, pleaded, a 93-year-old man was pleading and begging. So look, release him to my custody. I will handle it. All to no avail. He promised that he will listen. He will take consideration, or he consider it, but at last he reneged in his promise. Okay? He reneged on that. So, what are we not talking about? And you think that a country that is rooted in this ethnicity, ethnic bigotry, because he's from the southeast, because he's a Biafran, because he bears a certain name that suggests a certain ethnic group, and that's why he's been in detention. That's why they're still keeping him, because they are feeling that, oh look, the Igbo man has eaten what their forefathers kept for them. That is it. What is the crime of the Igbo man in Nigeria? What's the crime? What crime has they committed? The first military coup in Nigeria was carried out by all ethnic nationalities, not just Igbo. Just that they have been looking for ways to target the Igbo man since the Since the inception of Nigeria amalgamation by Loluga in 1914, the northern and southern protesters, Igbo man had exhibited that signs of industrious, the signs of resilience, signs of entrepreneurship, the signs of hardworking, the signs of ingenuity in the area of technology. Okay? The signs of ingenuity in the area of business, the signs of ingenuity in the area of commerce and industry. Igbo man has been doing that. Igbo man has been in the forefront for the independence of Nigeria. In education, they are there. And so, that has been the albatross of the Igbo man in Nigeria. Okay? And so, that is it. Since then, they have been finding ways to make sure that they enslaved Igbo. But the Igbo man has been jumping it until 1966, the first military coup of 15 January. They tagged it, Igbo coup, Igbo coup, Igbo coup. They start pursuing Igbo. They start killing them. Oh yes. Now the counter coup of July 1966 that saw the massacre of over 70 Igbo senior military officers. Where can you find such number in any given country, particularly in Africa then? Senior military officers, Sandhurst trained military officers. They massacred them in a counter coup. Then from then, the pogrom started, the genocide in the northern Nigeria, killings of the Igbos. Gowon assumed office and he was doing nothing about it. He was even aiding it. As to Igbo become the gender species. Okay, go to Aburi and discuss. Let's have a confederation. They said, okay, they agreed on Aburi. And they were nudged before reaching Nigeria shores. So what do you expect? The killings continued unabated, pogrom continued, genocide continued unabated. All right, until it was unbearable that the Igbo man has been enslaved. The Igbo man has been seen as a netema, a leper, and a person that must be destroyed. And they have to seek for their life, run for their life. They have to escape, and thereby declaring their own state to have to preserve their future generations. Okay, their lineage. And that becomes the crime they committed. And the federal government attacked the Igbo man. Since then, it has been from one point to the other. There has been, people who were conquered in the war. They have been victims of war. They have been a scapegoat. So it's because of the name Nnamdi Kanu. That's why he's in detention. That's why they're still keeping him. Otherwise, if he's bearing one Omar, if he's wearing by one Musa, if he's bearing one Ademoyega, if he's bearing one, Folashade, he's bearing one name like that, one Audu, he must have been released. Okay? It's because he's bearing Nnamdi. So you think that with this kind of evil government and mindset, the country will survive. That's why you see them, moving in tatters and in shambles and crumbling by the day, and they will continue to crumble and crumble until they embrace truth and honesty and sincerity. I doubt if they will do that. So that's better for people to go their separate ways. Okay?